In last night's NHL action between the Devils and the Capitals, Washington forward Tom Wilson was ejected and given a match penalty. In today's video, I want to take a look at the hit, discuss what happened here, and also discuss the reaction from NHL player safety. We'll get into all that coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams. So if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as I mentioned off the top, Tom Wilson is yet again making NHL news and getting lots of attention for the hit last night against the New Jersey Devils. In case you haven't had a chance to see what happened, here's a quick glimpse so you can have a look. Now, we've already heard from NHL Player Safety Department indicating that Tom Wilson will not be suspended. They felt that the penalty last night's game was sufficient enough. In fact, even though it was given a match penalty, that does automatically generate an automatic review here by NHL Player Safety. When the penalty was given, though, they called it an illegal check to the head. When you watch that clip, if you really slow it down, you can see that the primary contact is actually the shoulder. So even though I do think this hit is late, I think it's a fairly high hit, and I do think it's dirty. It's unnecessary and avoidable play. I do think that it was not a headshot. So for starters, the NHL Player Safety Department is kind of almost rescinding part of the penalty here because that's what it was called on the ice during the game. But apparently, if you take a real good look at it, that's not the case. We've also seen comments from the New Jersey player who indicated that it was his shoulder that got first point of contact. However, if you really slow this down and really take a look at it here, in my opinion, I do think Tom Wilson had plenty of opportunity to avoid contact here. If you really take a good look at this play, in my opinion, it's a blindside hit. The New Jersey player had no idea Tom Wilson was coming in. He hit him obviously from behind to the side. Yes, the shoulder was the main point of contact, so it's not the head. But still, this is a dirty, late, unnecessary, and very much avoidable hit here, in my opinion. So in my opinion here, Tom Wilson's not doing himself any favors to kind of build up a better reputation for himself. I mean, as most of you probably are aware here, he's been suspended multiple times and was recently given a 20-game ban. That 20-game ban was later reduced to 14 by an arbitrator. However, still, it's a pretty significant suspension for Tom Wilson. Now, if he were to be considered a repeat offender and do a similar type action, the next time is going to be an even more significant suspension, and I would think an arbitrator would have, a lot less leeway to kind of give him any help in lowering it down. So, really, Tom Wilson needs to be on his utmost best behavior here to really kind of build up his better reputation for himself. Maybe if this was a different player in the game that doesn't have the reputation and the long suspension history like Tom Wilson does, maybe it doesn't garner as much attention. But it's hard to believe that guys like Tom Wilson who continue to have issues like this, I just have a hard time to believe that a good hockey player and skater that Tom Wilson is, that the whole excuse that I couldn't have avoided it, it was just a hockey play, that those types of excuses are being used. I personally don't buy that at all. I mean, I've even seen some NHL commentators say that if you really slow it down and take a look here, he did have plenty of time. The puck was long gone. The hit was late. And he obviously was blindsided. So it's still a dirty play, in my opinion, regardless of what NHL player safety thinks about it. And we can't classify him as a repeat offender in this case because it was not a headshot. And obviously the severe penalty last night, kicking him out of the game, was punishment enough, I guess. But Tom Wilson really needs to watch himself closely, because if he slips up here and has another headshot or anything real bad again, he's going to be suspended for an exorbitant amount of time. So now that you've had a chance to see the play, you've also got to hear the reaction from NHL player safety. What is your reaction? Leave a comment down below. Do you think the NHL got this right and no suspension is the right way to go here? Or do you think they should have inflicted additional discipline beyond the match penalty that was called in last night's game? Continue to leave your comments and we'll have a discussion in the comment section. If you're new to the channel here, hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up before you go. I'd appreciate it if you did. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will catch you next time.